Here's our unboxing and review of the Vantrue N4 triple dashcam. So here we have the Vantrue N4 triple dashcam. This unit was sent to me by Vantrue for review. Good sturdy box. There's a security seal on the side of it. And this side here we've got the QR codes for their website and for their Facebook page. Other than that, yeah, good sturdy box. So let's begin. Right, let's get this lid off and see what's inside. Okay, greeting us here, that'll be manuals, a little pull-up tab there, just lift that up and then you can take these out, put those down. Okay, that's the N4 and that'll be the rear camera and the power cable. Again, just use the little pull-up tabs to ease them out and put those to one side, like that. Okay, next up, that'll be the suction mount and that'll be the power adapter. I'll get those out as well. A little more fiddly at the bottom of the box, but the pull-out tab does help. And we'll just put that to the side like that. Right, so let's start with the manuals. Just open the little sort of wallet that they come in and take these out. Okay, what do you get? You get the full user manual. Quick start guide. Yes, nice little note. Please read. Make it obvious. You get if you share this, share your videos, you can have a chance to win a GPS mount. So note, the Vantrue doesn't come with the GPS mount. It comes with a standard mount. And okay, that's just the thank you for choosing Vantrue, and please follow us. Okay, so let's start by unboxing the N4 itself. It comes in this relatively plain black packaging. Inside you've got this little protective sleeve, that's it, that's in there. And inside the bag itself, I'll just get hold of that, as you saw there's the N4. A very different design to most cameras, the N4, the logo on the side, company branding Vantrue here, and the 3-channel 1080p FHD info there. On the underside you've got the microphone and the daylight sensor, and just in here you actually have your serial number. The screen on the back, 2.45 inch 272 resolution, but it's not a touch screen, and these four are LEDs for the IR illumination for this adjustable cabin camera here. On the top here you've got the control buttons, menu or manually lock video, OK and stop video, and you've got left or mic on off, right or toggle the camera feeds on the screen, and the power and IR LEDs, and there's your connector. On the side here you've got the reset, the slot for the micro SD, connection to the rear camera, and an HD out as well. Right, so let's just get that lens cover off and get you a good close-up look of the camera. There's that connector for your suction mount and the buttons. Good sturdy design, and the non-touchscreen on the back and the cabin camera. Right, moving on. This one's not stuck together properly, but there we go. This is your rear camera, so this is USB Type-C connection for the link to the rear camera, and obviously goes into this slot on the camera just here, like that. Simple 3.5mm jack connection for connection to the camera directly. Also makes it easier to tuck behind the trim, etc. Right, so let's get the rear view camera out of its bag. Okay, that's a spare adhesive, 3M, good branded one, for attaching the camera here to your window. Let's just remove the screen protector, lens protector I should say, and that's a f1.8, 160 degree full HD. That's quite a good little camera, that. And this cable goes right the way through this mount. If you look, it actually rotates. It goes with the camera, so it literally just passes through the mount. So that bit there is just sort of slid over there as a collar. But it does mean that obviously you can position the camera anywhere you like, and you get a spare adhesive should you need to ever remove it, and just replace it here. Next up, let's take a look at that 3.5mm connector. Jack and socket, nice and simple, circular to hide behind your trim, and you can just push those together and it clicks together, and it's quite a strong connection, really held in there. If you notice, there's a couple of pins there you have to align, but once it's actually in, it's not going apart easily. That's good, it's not going to get shaken loose by vibration or anything. Yep, sturdy connection. Okay, moving on, let's have a look at the power adapter. Just slide that in its bag out of the box. Tight fit. There we go. Okay, and let's just open the bag and take a look at this. Okay, nice long lead, and this is the USB-C lead that fits onto your suction mount here. I'll show you that in detail later. Okay, that bit slides open. You've got a separate charging port under here. So if you slide that open, you've got a USB charging port. It's a dual charger, so you can charge your phone as well as charging your camera through this. Good idea. Okay, we mentioned that mount, so let's get that unboxed next and show you that. Okay, in here, let's put that to one side, we've got another lead. Oh, this one's well stuck. There we go. And, okay, USB-A to Type-C. Okay, this is for connection between your computer and the camera. Okay, just your standard suction mount, bit of protection there. But this appears to move. Yes, it does. Okay, so you've got a lock symbol there for once it's securely fastened and in position, and you slide it to the side to unlock and release it. Lock and unlock. Straightforward. The usual knurled ring adapter, ball and socket type joint, which a lot of cameras have these days. Tighten that up. Stops it moving. Yeah. Okay. Let's just show you this connection. So there's your charger. There's the USB-C, and you plug the USB-C lead straight into the top. Camera mount. That bit goes onto the camera here. It's a little bit fiddly to get in, but it does lock in once it's in situ. This little bit here is what you have to press in to release it. It's quite fiddly to get to, but you're not going to take your camera out that often. It's a good sturdy fit, but I question the sort of robustness of this clip here. It's very awkward to undo. Minor criticism though. Okay, so that plugs on and clicks into place. You've got your charger port here, so you plug that USB-C connection into there, and then on the side of the camera here you plug your rear camera in with the other USB-C connection, And it goes in there like that. And then you're going to take your rear camera, once you run that cable to the back of your car, and that jack socket, just plug that in like that. So your main screen here, and then you've got the cabin camera here, your main view for the front, and this camera mounted at the back giving you the back. So if you're a follower of the channel, you'll already know I use the Nextbase 522. That's my dash cam of choice. Comparing this to the Vantrue, one of the things I did see straight away was the reflection. That's caused by the fact that the Nextbase has a polarizing lens. The Vantrue does not. For this price I would have liked to have seen one, but they don't include one. So as we come up into the centre of Ross here, you can see there's a slight difference in the colour. The Vantrue has a slight red tint to it, and it, compared to the Nextbase, doesn't appear to have quite the same sort of contrast ratio. The Nextbase has a much better sort of deeper blacks than the Vantrue does. Just zooming in on the shop there, you can see that the text in the shop is sharper on the Nextbase, although the registration plate is sharper on the Vantrue. So a little bit of contrast difference there. And again, when you look at the shadows on the left, much clearer on the Nextbase than they are on the Vantrue. So I think that's just the difference in the contrast ratio between the two. That and said, the polarizing filter, as we mentioned earlier, that makes a significant difference. Here we are just with the Vantrue. As typical with dash cams, this is why you have one. Here's an event that proves, just after I fitted the camera, what happened. And this is one of the reasons why you have a dash cam. So here's a good test of the camera quality. Do a like for like, so you can see the quality of my existing camera, which is the Nextbase 522, and the audio that that provides, and equally the N4, which is also recording in 1440p on the front camera. Equally, the N4 has attached to it the rear view camera, which comes as standard, and also the interior camera, this one here. The N4 has, unlike many other dash cams, the N4 has a super cab rather than a battery as a power source. That does mean for any period of time where it's not connected to a power source, it will struggle to record, certainly over longer term. So if you leave your car parked overnight, it may struggle to record parking events, anybody bumps into your car, because it won't hold the charge. It's a capacitor, not a battery. That said, capacitors have much more tolerance to heat and cold than batteries do. So here's an example of road noise. Difference between the two. As you've heard, the clarity of the Nextbase microphone is much clearer than the Vantrue. As we switch to that one, it's much more muted and muddied. Okay, just a quick night test then to show you the difference between the two. The Vantrue has 3 cameras, don't forget that. It's quite a lot of cameras for the money. A rear cam, an interior cabin cam, and the actual front cam as well. My Nextbase, whilst it does have a side cam, I'm not showing that because it's not a true comparison for the angle it's positioned at. You can see that the Nextbase has good contrast ratio. The Vantrue is not bad either. The Nextbase, I think, just edging it out a little there, a little truer, deeper blacks. As we switch to the view here and we're driving down this road with streetlights, you can see the difference in the view here. Slightly brighter on the Nextbase, slightly duller on the Vantrue. Again, the contrast ratio and I think the polarizing filter taking effect here. Just the Vantrue here, empty bit of dual carriageway. As you can see, the main beam illuminating well. And just a quick shot to show you what the interior and rear view are like at night. Can't see much. Here we go again. Let's do a direct comparison. Dip beam on an unlit country road. There's main beam for you. Again, the Nextbase brighter than the Vantrue. So, in conclusion, a triple dash cam front view, 155 degree wide angle 5 meg at f1.4, good camera, lots of positive points, slight red tinge. Rear view, 2 meg 160 degree wide angle f1.8 full HD. And the interior cabin cam, again full HD, 165 degree 2 meg and f2.0. There is IR illumination for the interior of the car if you want to use it. Ultimately, yes, it's a good camera for the money, 2.45 inch LCD, but it's only 272 resolution and it's not a touch screen. Those buttons a little bit fiddly. I would have liked to have seen a dedicated record button. However, that dual charger is a bonus. That light though, it's very bright at night. One thing I wish they'd have turned down a bit. That mount, yeah, no GPS. For the price, I would have liked to see that included. It is an optional extra, you can add one. Ultimately, yes, it is worth the money. So if you want one, try entering the competition. You could win this very camera.